LinkedIn is one of the best platforms to generate high quality leads for your business, sign clients, and close huge deals. And the best way that you can do that is by using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. That's why in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to generate leads for your business and turn your LinkedIn account into a lead generation machine. Now, LinkedIn Sales Navigator is best used when you're actually using the platform, not only using LinkedIn Sales Navigator to sell or only using LinkedIn to use Sales Navigator, but also create content, engage on the platform, and optimize your profile. This is really relevant because, especially on LinkedIn, if you reach out to someone, the most probable thing, if they read your description and find you intriguing, is that they're going to go to your profile. If you do not have an optimized profile, you're strongly unlikely going to be able to connect with this person at all. So my first recommendation, my first step that you want to focus on is profile optimization. Now, if we're using my profile as an example, when you go to my profile, it's really straightforward. First and foremost, we want a clear call to action. Exit your day-to-day operations is mine. We want to have a nice clear picture and also have the ability to have a video that auto displays. That's going to be your video sales letter. You want to have your helping who with what. Mine is helping agency founders build a business that can grow without them. Now you could see some of the hashtags I talk about and my location. Once you have that done, you want to focus on your featured section. My first thing is my agency audit, my call to action. We have a Loom video that gives an overview of what we do in my business. And then we have added resources that add value. Once we get down there, you get to content. Now, this is why writing content is going to be very relevant. When you connect with prospects, within the first 2 weeks, your content is going to float to the top of their timeline. It's so important that as you're connecting, you're writing value-added content effectively and efficiently. If you want to learn what that looks like, go to my profile, follow me, connect with me, and read my stuff. My stuff is mainly repurposed from Twitter, and it takes a lot of my content that's already successful, and I put it here. But the number one thing I aim to do is add value. If someone's going to be reading through your profile, they're going to check your content out, and then they're going to check out your about section. I think I have a pretty decent about section. Feel free to read through mine. And if you care to just optimize the rest of your profile, here are some additional optimization tips. Add in all of your licenses and certifications, add in the volunteer work, add in all of your skills and try to get a bunch of endorsements, and then try to continually get recommendations for your profile. All these things will enable you to be able to rank higher on organic search. Now, since Microsoft acquired LinkedIn, LinkedIn is turning more into a search engine. So oftentimes I will get notifications that I've appeared in searches 1,000 times a week. The better optimized your profile is, the more organic search that you're going to end up on for people that are actually looking to hire services like yours. Once you have this down, the next thing you need to figure out is your niche. If you don't have a clear industry and a clear niche that you target, you're really going to want to dial this in. LinkedIn is an oversaturated marketplace. Everyone is on there to do business. So if you are an agency, if you're a business that's selling services and you don't have a clear niche, you're not going to stand out. We only work with agencies, and that's our primary target audience. Now, when we're reaching out to agencies, they're going to see that. They're more likely to hire us than to hire the random consultancy off the street. The same can go for your business. If you are a paid media agency, it's going to be very fruitful for you to niche down. Rather than focus on e-com in general, it would be more fruitful to focus on a sub-niche inside of e-com. And a great example of that is pet products. Pet products are hyper niche, and it's going to allow you to be able to build expertise. So that way, when you connect with owners in this space, there's already a sense of credibility because this is the target audience you work with. Once you've set up your profile and you're writing content, it's now time to move over to Sales Navigator. Once you're actually on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, the first thing that you're going to want to do is create a targeted search so you could start building a list. And let's just say, for the sake of this example, you want to search for founders. When you type in a search for a specific keyword, it's going to allow you to aggregate all the founders on LinkedIn. And you could see in this example, we have 9 million founders. From there, you want to start to break down that demographic into a hyper-specific niche. So for us, let's just say we are focusing on founders in the marketing agency space or the marketing services space. We want to focus on founders in the United States. And let's say we want to focus on companies that have 11 employees to 50 employees. Now, when I do this, this makes the list shrink down from 9 million to 4.5 thousand. Why this is so important is because you don't have an unlimited amount of connections that you could send on LinkedIn. You only have a certain amount per week, so you want to make them count. Unlike things like cold email, where you could warm up your cold email inboxes and run 10, 20, 30, 40, and eventually send 10,000 to 20,000 emails in a month, you're not going to have that luxury with LinkedIn. Once you have your list, you're going to be able to save this search. We're going to call this YouTube search. So once you start to do this, you can start to move people to your list, which will signify that they're part of a cohort that you want to target. When you're actually going through LinkedIn, the things that are going to be very relevant for you to focus on are: one, does this person look like they're active on LinkedIn? Like I said, you only have a certain amount of connections. You don't want to waste any. Two, how long have they been in business? When you think about your ideal client, is it someone who's been in business for a year or for 33 years, right? Is it someone who is a baby boomer, or is it someone who's a millennial? You want to really understand who your target ideal customer profile is. So that way, when you go through this list, you can start to really focus on people and prospects that you think are actually going to connect with you. Once you do this, the rest is simple. You connect with the prospect and don't send a message. The reason you don't want to send that is because the likelihood is they're just being spammed like crazy. And if you look like someone of interest, they will accept your connection request. On a weekly basis, you're going to want to remove a lot of your old connection requests. So if you go to your profile, go to My Network, go to See All Connection Requests, and then you go to Sent. This will show you all the connection requests that you have already sent in the past. What you want to do is scroll all the way to the bottom and scroll to the last page. You could see here, when it comes to mine, I don't have anything older than 2 weeks. And this is why this is relevant. The LinkedIn algorithm is smart. It will start to see that you have pending connection requests with people that are not accepting your connection requests, with people that might be ignoring your connection requests. If this gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you're going to be at risk for getting your account locked, suspended, or shut down. So every 2 weeks, you're going to want to go, whether it's yourself or an admin, and withdraw all of your old pending connection requests. And this is something that I have an admin do for me every 2 weeks. Beyond this, what this will also do from a content perspective is your content will get hurt, where your organic reach will decrease if you have hundreds or thousands of people that are not accepting your connection request, and the amount of pending connection requests exceeds 500. So a target goal would be to always keep this less than 500 pending connection requests. Once you have this, and once you have the people that are actually connecting with you, it's time to reach out to them. From a messaging perspective, what we do in my business is we look for things to stand out. Now, you don't want to send the typical, hey, I saw you were doing this service and I was doing this service and let's do business. What I try to do here, and you could see Ross thought I was funny, I say firm handshake, eye contact, pretend like we're meeting in person. This is different. Once we actually have this, we get straight to the point. We say something along the lines of, we've worked with over 600 agencies, we have a lot of insights, and we'd love to add value. Something like this is going to make someone who's interested, who looks at my profile and sees that I might be relevant, actually consider having a meeting with me. But after that person doesn't answer, we're going to follow up 3 to 5 times over the course of 2 to 4 weeks. Every time we follow up, we're going to follow up with humor. We use GIFs, we use memes, and we try to make it funny, because the reality here is that we are here to conduct business. But the other reality is that we also realize the people that we're reaching out to are getting hit up by hundreds and hundreds of other service providers. So we're going to be the ones, and this is my opinion, to stand out. So once you do this, you're going to want to move leads through your leads pipeline. Now, you could see here, we have different lists for different purposes. What you can do is you can move leads through your pipeline as you funnel them into different stages of your outreach. This will allow you to stay on top of your leads to ensure you never fall behind. Then the final thing, every month, what you want to study is how many people are accepting your connection requests. If you change your profile picture or you change your tagline, does that change the amount of people that are accepting your connection requests? And then you want to study how many people are replying to you. Every month, you want to aggregate your data and continually test. If you want help to scale your agency, and you want to be able to reach 8 figures in annual revenue, being able to earn over $10 million annually, while also removing yourself from the operation and building the business of your dreams, click the first link in the description below, and I'll give you a free consultation on how you could exactly do that and remove yourself from agency prison.